Hi everyone, welcome to the Welcoming Party 2021. I'm Nina Beta. People usually call me Chef Nina. Yes, I am a pastry chef who graduated from Department of English Education at Jaya Catholic University, class of 2009. Maybe you are confused, why am I being a pastry chef instead of an English teacher? So here's the story. When I was in college, I remember joining some activities. I remember being a president or the head committee for English Days events. That was very scary that I wanted to disappear. I hate being active in organizations, but I decided to do that, and it changed my life. And I also joined cupcake workshop, and I also joined English debate club. Yes, so cupcake workshop, that's how I started to learn about pastry. So after joining the cupcake workshop, I started to bake at home and sell my ugly cakes. That was really ugly, to get extra money as a student back then. So the education background that I have from English education, it really helps me in improving. First, it helps me to communicate in Bahasa or in English, because sometimes or mostly my recipes are typed in English, and my recipe books are also in English. So it's very important, and sometimes I also have to transfer my knowledge in pastry for my students using English. So whenever there is a foreign student, I have to be ready, right? And the second, you are able to lead and you are able to control the class, whether it's big or small class, you name it. And sometimes you would have these unique students that you have to manage very well. And the third is I'm able to showcase my interpersonal skill when it comes to clients. And they really like it when they can communicate directly with the chefs, and then when they are happy, it means you would have more opportunities, right? So in conclusion, joining Department of English Education would help you a lot. It would give you so many insights, yeah? And about the lecturers, oh, they are so clever. They're also passionate in teaching, and they're very good at listening. So I love everything about it. Language is like a bridge. The more languages you speak, the more places you go, and the wiser you will get. And remember to always have a golden attitude. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, welcome to the English department. My name is Agnes, you can just call me Age. I am from batch 2012 and I graduated in 2016. After my graduation, I worked in Wall Street English for 2 years. And finally, in 2018, I decided to take a master's degree. Now I am working in Japan as an assistant lecturer. My main job here is to teach general English to undergraduate students in Japan. Today I want to share with you 2 tips that will help you to enjoy your university life in our English department. First, don't be afraid to ask our lecturers. Maybe now you are from high school going to the university life, you feel that it's a very daunting experience, but don't be afraid. If you have any questions, if you are not sure about something, just ask one of the lecturers. I can guarantee that they are very helpful and they do care about every single one of you. So don't hesitate to go to our lecturers and ask them questions, ask them for advice. Even now, for me, I still keep in touch with some of the lecturers and they still give me advice. So you can imagine that if they are nice to the alumni, they must be really nice to the active students as well. Now, the next tip that I want to share with everyone is to be active, to join different activities offered by our department. When I was still a student, I joined so many different activities that I lost count. But what I remember is I joined HMPS for 2 years. I also joined the committee of English Days. I joined the committee of English competition and English festival, and I joined voluntary teaching program. I started joining voluntary teaching program when I was in my 4th semester, and I continued until I was in my last semester. So yes, I joined different activities, and I feel the benefits of joining these different activities. For example, the first one, I developed a sense of responsibility. So here in Japan, my friends usually ask me, how can you finish your master's degree on time while doing different part-time jobs? And my answer is usually because I have a sense of responsibility. I have the responsibility to finish my assignments on time, but I also want to make sure that my part-time jobs are going well. So I know that that sense of responsibility is what can take you far in life. And when we talk about responsibility, it's not always about job or assignments, but it can also be about your health. With this sense of responsibility, you know how to take care of yourself. You know how to take care of yourself in general. So that's why join different activities, and you will know that you have a sense of responsibility. And the next benefit that I feel is I found my passion. So when I first joined our department, I didn't know what I wanted to be after graduation. But after I joined voluntary teaching program, I realized that this is something good for me. This is what I am good at. So it opened my mind, and here I am enjoying my life as a teacher in Japan. So for everyone, don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to try things you have never done before. Just remember that 4 years in university is very short, so make sure you try different things and make sure that you enjoy your life in the university. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you and good luck!
Good day, how are you all doing? My name is Wilfred from batch 2003. Currently, I teach Indonesian to years 7 to 12 at a local private school in Perth, Western Australia. The journey to be here was heavily influenced with good decisions I made during my university tenure. You should be aware of the term kupu-kupu, kuliah pulang, kuliah pulang. Most of my friends did this. Some had to go to work, and a few like me chose to stay and get involved with various activities in the department or university level. I'm not going to be preachy and say you must get involved in these organizations. Instead, I'm going to share with you what I did and why I got involved, and how this involvement became a fundamental stepping stone in my life as a person in a wider community. Okay, so you see, if I had not joined any of these department activities, this is what my CV would have looked like. Yes, there is nothing here. In fact, there is no job vacancy advertisements that say, work hard behind the desk in front of a computer and get it all done individually. Instead, you are required to be able to work collaboratively with a team, lead a team, and become a team player. I did not realize this fact, but I was happy I did the right thing. And so, here was my CV. There's a lot more to say, a lot more to explain. Without sounding cliche, the immediate output is I had a glowing CV. But what was more important was the skills that I learned by being a team member and led a team. At uni, you could afford to make mistakes and learn from them. When I was a ketua acara, I was a little bit on a power trip. I was controlling and not trusting my teammates, and I ended up causing lots of frictions. I did not like how I acted, but I learned from these mistakes. I grew as a better person and I was able to present myself better in any situations. By the time I graduated, I had a breadth of experience that I could share to my friends, community, and most importantly, future employers. You don't have to be good, but you have to want to give it a try. The more you invest in, the more you get out of it. Our English department is a wonderful community. They have your back. You should not box yourself thinking, I'm a shy person, I'm very melancholic, and I'm not born to be a leader. Throw all these ideas away. Start small. Put your name, raise your hand, and be part of an organization or an event.
Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Pradipta and I'm from batch 2014 of the English Language Department of UNIKA Atma Jaya. I'm currently a master's student in the Applied English Linguistics program of Atma Jaya, otherwise known as LTBE. I'm currently a theatrical artist and I'm also a writer. I write fictional work and sometimes non-fictional essays. And when I'm not doing that, sometimes I'm teaching things, sometimes I'm judging things, and sometimes I go up on stage and I talk and people listen, apparently. So, anyway, I want to tell you, the 4 years that I spent in PBE were the 4 best years of my life, because for the first time in my life, I felt free and appreciated. It was a very fun environment to grow in. I felt like I could really develop as a person there. And one thing that I have to tell you is that the lecturers are very cool. They are great educators and humanitarians. And I say this because when I was in college, I struggled a lot medically and psychologically. I had a lot of problems personally. And there were times when it was just hard. I couldn't make it to class because I couldn't sleep at all the night before. And I would be very open to this, to my lecturers. I didn't let it become an excuse, but I communicated this with my lecturers. And their response was always very empathetic and understanding, and I felt validated because I know, out there lecturers sometimes they can invalidate their students when they're having problems. So that is the mark of a great educator for me personally. Also, when I was in college, I participated in a lot of academic events. I was usually in the events coordinating committee. And I learned a lot there. And in terms of organization, I was also part of the Badan Perwakilan Mahasiswa of our faculty. So our job basically was to talk to our fellow students and ask if there were any issues, and we communicate this to the faculty and see what we can do. And to me that was very fun because I was actually not the kind of person that likes to join, committees and organizations or whatever. But when I joined those organizations and events, there were a lot of things that I learned. That number one, you make friends. I mean, that was just it. I met up with people from outside of my program, and it was just great. Here we are. We were all going to become teachers. Well, not all of us, but we were all teachers to be. We just felt like a sort of camaraderie there. And number two, I remember we learned how to work with people, even people who were very different from us. And these are very valuable skills that you want to have later on. And number three, it's about trying new things. You don't know how things will turn out if you don't try it, because if you don't try it, you will never know. And when I joined these organizations and events, I felt like I was part of something bigger. I was part of something important. I remember I volunteered at an old folks home for college once, and I had a lot of fun. I didn't think that I would have a lot of fun with old people, but I did. And I never would have known if I didn't try it. So go do that. Go try things that you may have never tried before. because we never stop learning. And that's all from me. Goodbye, and thank you.